Hi, I'm Kim Cash, coming to you from Portland, Oregon, in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. Tonight I'm going to make a fondue. It's a cream cheese chocolate fondue. So the ingredients are a cup of water, a cup of sweetened condensed milk, 1 cup of heavy whipped cream, 8 ounces of butter, about a teaspoon of kosher salt just to cut through the sweetness a little bit. And then I've got about a pound of C&H pure cane sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of lemon zest, about a tablespoon of orange zest, and I'm going to use a teaspoon of vanilla, pure vanilla extract, 2½ cups of chocolate chips, and 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm going to heat up the water and the sweetened condensed milk over here on the stove on medium heat. And I'm just going to do it kind of slowly because we don't want to burn the sugar. And this is a really sweet dessert that will feed about 8 people, depending on how much how much fruit you use. So I'm just dumping in all the liquid ingredients right now, and I'm going to whisk those with my whisk right over here. And just blend those up till they get warm, and then I'll add in my chocolate chip. So you could do this in the microwave if you wanted to do it in the evening when you get home from work, but I would recommend it to be a Saturday, Sunday kind of a dessert that you do. As soon as these have warmed up, then I'll add in my chocolate chips and let those melt. You could add in your lemon zest. I like the fruity flavor of zest. And you could use also some Grand Marnier or some cognac if you'd rather have some kind of an alcohol base. But this is just easy because I have fruit around the house all the time, and it makes it very convenient for a quick, easy dessert. This one, the thing that takes the most time is just letting the liquid heat up. And the butter has been out and softening, so it shouldn't take so long for that to melt. And you just have to do it kind of slowly because milk and butter can burn, and you don't want that. So this is just on a nice medium heat, and I've got a gas stove, so it's easy to keep that very controlled. And as you can see here on the table, I've already chopped up some fruit. But you could buy chopped up fruit just up at the grocery store. They have containers where you can get watermelon and melon balls and strawberries already chopped up for you. And then you could use wooden skewers, and it would just be a fun dessert. When you're going to serve it, you're going to have to put it in a pretty bowl that is maybe not so heat sensitive. But as you can see now, the butter's pretty much melted. And the nice thing about adding the lemon zest and the orange zest is that those really infuse the liquid with their citric flavors. And I like oranges and chocolate. So that's just one of my favorites. And now that those are pretty much warmed up, I think I'll add my Philadelphia cream cheese just so that will soften too. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit because you have to really be careful when you're dealing with milk and butter that you don't burn it. You don't want to burn milk. So you can see I'm stirring it pretty constantly. But it's now softening the cream cheese into the mixture, which will make it rich and thick, thicker than just a milk and chocolate. But it also gives it a nice creamy consistency and will make your chocolate more shiny. It's like when you do chocolate dipped strawberries and you add water to the chocolate to make it shiny. You can add cream cheese and that will give it the same kind of effect. So now I'm going to add in my sugar, and this is a 2-pound bag, and as you can see it's a half of a bag, so this is about a pound of sugar. And I'm just adding that in. And I'm going to stir it up. And now that it's getting blended in there, in a minute I can add in my chocolate. And if you wanted, you could cut down on how much sugar you use if you didn't want it to be quite so sweet. But I really like sweet desserts. You can see the orange zest in it, and it gives it a nice color, I think. But you want to get that nice and smooth, and once it's nice and smooth, then we just add in the chocolate. And I'm going to add the teaspoon of vanilla, and this is a pure vanilla extract. You could use another flavoring too if you wanted. You could use an almond extract or an orange extract, but I like the almond, and I think it goes well. I mean the vanilla, I think it goes well with the orange and the lemon. So now you can see that's pretty smooth. I'm going to add in just it's about a teaspoon of salt. And the salt just kind of cuts through the sweetness a little bit. And now I'm going to add in my chocolate chips, which, like I said, are about 2½ cups. And we just want to get that nice and melted. And then your fondue's ready. And you can see this only took about, 5 minutes. Maybe not even that. And you could do it in the microwave. I've done it in the microwave. But this, you can see, doesn't take too long either. It would only take a couple minutes in the microwave. But you can see what a beautiful, rich, dark chocolate color that makes. So it's just really luscious. So, and you could serve it in a really pretty red bowl or whatever bowl you think would be something that the chocolate would stand out with. And your fondue is pretty much ready now. So I'm going to pour it into a bowl. I'm just going to turn off the oven. I'm going to find a pretty bowl to serve that in. And this green, I think, will look nice with the chocolate. So I'll just pour it in. And you've got a really beautiful chocolate fondue. And then to serve it, you can use these skewers. You could use wooden skewers too, that you can just get at the grocery store. And I think I'll do a strawberry. And you just put it on, dip it in, and then eat it. I love chocolate. So this is one of my favorites. And you can see how pretty that is. And I'm just going to have one more bite just to test it, just to make sure it tastes good. And it does. Thank you.